Okay.
Hey.
All right. So let's just make this less like a super chill session, right? Okay. I'm joined here by CY and Vanessa from YIA, or do you call it YIA?
Yeah.
So would you like to share a little bit more about your background then before I chipped in? How do you guys started? What do you guys do?
Oh yeah. So okay. Previously I
你
was
做过什么东西？然后为什么你们两个之前都是做 architecture 的嘛，对不对？
对
我们以前我跟 Vanessa 以前一起去过德国。为什么你们现在要做你们做这的东西？
yeah. So previously 我是打工咯，出来就打工嘛。然后 I was working in a home kits company. Then my job
Hockey company in Malaysia.
yeah.
Oh, doing what?
Master planning. What I did is like mostly Itailu project, Silk and initiative project. Yeah. So the size of project is very, very huge, like 2,400 hectares of master planning. Yeah. So after working there for like 1.5 years, then I think because the development it takes like more than 100 years to build, to construct, and then you need to get the money from China.
Right.
Yeah. So the government still need to propose to China on what they want to propose. Then only they can get the fund, build the city. Yeah. So after thinking like for so long, keep working for 1.5 years, I think like I have in my life I can't even see it getting built.
Yeah.
So I
think now also I cannot even see like half of it, right?
Not even basic.
Not even basic, right?
Yeah. So I decided to quit.
This is the one that has ERCL and all kind of thing that connects. Is that?
No. Itailu is like
what are the projects?
Silk and Back initiative.
Right.
So it's like mega developments are like super huge that the China will help the country to develop. Yeah. So
that was like, before Najib's time, right? During Najib's time, right?
Before MCO.
Before MCO.
Yeah. So after that, I decided to quit, and I'm so lazy to find a work because I never go interview before. So I decided to start my own, so that I have a work-life balance, lifestyle.
Then you realize 全部是歪的 drive. Don't know balance which side any.
Yeah, exactly. So 就做到现在咯。然后 I found that like actually I'm happier. But in another way, like I can't really do more design like the master planning kind of design lah.
You like that?
Yeah, actually kind of like it.
Yeah, so it must be 一个很大的 changes from master planning, 然后去到 such
design
detail, such intimate kind of design, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I have a pause a bit, right? So I want to also add on is that what this video is will be shared with you and how you want to edit it in a sense to put on your social media is up to you. So your choice of what you want to say will then reflect what you want for your marketing and social media, right? So if that makes sense lah. So you don't have to force to follow through what the format is. Okay, yeah. Okay. So continue. Remember cut this far. And then so that's 从那时候你就开始自己做 right? Okay. 然后你呢？Maybe before 你 share 啦，我就稍微讲一下。I think more like let's talk a little bit of like how I started when I first came back from Germany, and then within like 6 months I started my company and then doing it with Nicholas for like 1 year. Then after that, that's when you joined. So I've always shared this story to closer people, my close people, saying that it was very, very, very hard for me to then take the first bite to hire the first person, which was you, right? So I think that was the time you kept messaging me. I was like, a freelance job. Though I don't know what you said. Like you said something very funny on Instagram to me, and I was like, oh, how am I supposed to be able to hire? Because hiring someone or having someone in the team, really, that was really what I thought, and it is one of the bigger gambles in my life, and I think it worked out very well. And we worked together for like 2 years, and then you were the first team member I had, and then we were just doing everything, and I believe that was what you guys did together, right? And everything just fall into place over the years. I think it's a very beautiful sort of journey, regardless if it's up and down or not, right? So, maybe you can share a little bit like what made you do this like after Germany, because we both seemingly took the same path. We went to tailors together, we went to Germany together, and then we came back and then we do interior design stuff, and then we bite into people's industry, right? And then didn't want to be an architect. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, long story short, after I came back from Germany, I was trying to look for like architecture firm job, like the more conventional way to say. Yeah. Then, you came to me and asked, hey, you want to try like, work out a few projects together? No? Then like, because that time I haven't found a job, so okay lah, let's like try if this work or not. Then 2 years, 2 years working together. Then after that, I quit. I think a few months before MCO.
Yeah, luckily, right?
Lucky for you.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
I think it was
December
or something like that, right?
I didn't find a job because
Were you
still hit.
you intended to find a job
I
after that?
intended to find a job, but I was like taking a few months break. I was thinking to take a few months break, help my family business or what. And then when I want to find a job in MCO, it hits. So then I think for that year for me, it's quite hard because nothing is going on.
Absolutely.
Nobody's hiring. And then even if I want to like help him on projects also, nothing is like going on. There's nothing to do. So that year itself is quite hard. But after that one, I think everything just like slowly, we built up everything slowly after that one.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. It's a blessing also for some of us who are still here, I would say, in the industry. Yeah, because I think it wiped out a lot of our business acquaintance, people in our industry, right? Yeah. And I think same goes to you. I also actually came back trying to look for a job, corporate job. And it's very stereotypical because we actually spent a year studying this industry, and then you thought going back into a consultancy firm is the way to go, right? It always didn't work out because it seems to me that, say 100 people who graduated together with us, right? I think more than 50 of them no longer are in the industry, in the architecture industry.
Not even in construction.
Not even in construction at all. Yeah, it's something quite interesting to find out lah. What are your guys' take on that?
You mean why it's still
like what 你们为什么觉得？第一个也是啦，为什么我们还在这里啦？第二个就是你为什么我们的 industry 这里那么不 resilient？
For others, I'm not sure, but to me, I still like it. I mean, since I wanted to like study architecture, I like small scale.
You still like?
I think I share this with you. I like small scale projects. I like ID, but I studied architecture.
Yes.
So I'm not like someone.
You wanted to do ID last time.
Yeah. I'm not someone to like say I want to build a high-rise building, this kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's why I'm still here. What I like.
Like what makes you like about what you do?
Imagination.
So would you say you do more of the imagination, the creative part of things, as opposed to what CY does? Like how do you guys?
Me lah.
Oh,
because I like to draw.
Oh,
I like to do something like people think is impossible.
Okay, you like to push the
challenge.
Yeah, I like the challenge. I like the challenge. I like the challenge.
My client say,
you
no,
think it's not
you-
impossible? No, I want to do it.
Okay.
she
Then how to sort it out
challenge.
is another issue lah. But why people leave this industry, I think, is because of the pay and what the effort is not balanced lah. But it's not all company. I believe some company they're still giving good pay lah.
Depending on good also, what is good? Good can be like better than another competitor company by 10-20%, but it's not comparative to any other industry out there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you work probably 20-30 years as a senior associate in a consultancy firm, would you be getting 20K, 25K? Whereas some oil and gas could be getting 60, 70, 80K, right? Yeah.
Yes.
When you mention about, we understand the pay is low. This is what the general will always talk about. Oh, this industry, the pay is low, the fresh grad is how much and whatnot. Then sometimes when you start running your business, you start to realize that the pay is justified by how much from the top management charges the client as well. And so the ultimate problem is we ourselves couldn't charge client that much. How are we supposed to feed everyone a higher pay, right? And I find the biggest struggle from like a design and build standpoint is that people find it very hard to pay for design services.
Exactly.
But they don't mind paying for construction.
Exactly. In Malaysia, this
So how do you this challenge how do you guys 你们怎么样去解决这样的一个这个问题?
actually we don't do free design, to be honest.
So this whole free design is a whole new topic that Peter, Mr. Money is happening now. So that one we can jump into it later.
No. Because we think that design that we study so long just to do this design.
I think after that I joined him. Since we started to do this together, we have never like do
Free things.
Maybe a rough quotation, that's fine. But layout design, we will at least collect a deposit before we do anything.
How did that work out for you guys?
It's quite hard though.
It's quite hard, right?
It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
Because nobody want to do it. Nobody can accept that.
So means how would the sequence be? Do you like someone reach out to you and before even site visit, or you don't mind going for a site visit?
We don't mind going for site visit and give them a simple wood board, simple proposal, but without any drawings.
Yes. I personally also learned from the experiences because last time what we used to do, sometimes so many projects that went away. I don't know where to another contractor's hand to build for sure. But we actually spend sometimes days on the layout and
exactly
probably 3, 4, 5 meetings and we don't even get the job. And frankly, those were the regrets I personally had in terms of running the business.
But to us, actually, most of our project referral project. So we also did marketing and then we get like inquiries, a lot of inquiries, but the percentage of getting the job, even though like we treat everyone is the same, the quotation is the same, the layout, what we do, mood board is the same, but the percentage to get the job, I think, is less than 5%. So we have tried like different ways to get projects also. So this is there's this one time, I think it was during like MCO, after MCO. So we like promote some renovation package and then we will give them free quotation based on the basic layout maybe the developer gave them. So we'll quote based on the layout and then see how to move forward from that. So after we send out the quotation, I wouldn't say like what we do is like we will give like a quite average price but it's either no response or like they just disappear.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. So after doing that for one time, we know we are not up for this.
Like doing free layout and
no, we didn't even do layout. It's just quotation. So there's no interaction when there's no like design, no mood board, no layout.
Because a lot of client thinks that
They just compare the price.
you should give me this. It's
For
free.
me to decide.
It's free. It's something free. It's not you have to charge me on this.
But
I give you the job. You should provide me this before I give you the job.
But because we do not have any design or layout to start up with, so we can just give a very general quotation. So there's a lot of things that you cannot compare like
Apple to apple.
apple to apple. You don't know what I quote in detail, what is included and what is not.
Yeah.
There will be like 5 other quotations that can be cheaper than mine.
Despite even the same layout.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it really depends what the client wants. Like if they really want the cheapest only, then that's not what we want to do.
Yeah, I think that is also a huge thing that we all face. And over the years, like, how many years have you guys been operating?
Since 2019.
2019. So close to 5 years? Close to 5 years. So based on, would you say this is one of the bigger challenges that you guys face in like the closing rate?
Actually, that is not the biggest challenges, I think, because as mentioned just now, most of our projects are from referral. So
Likely the referral, the closing rate, like it's
Very
a lot higher, right?
very, very high.
Uh,
Basically, I would say 90%.
90%.
So that's not the biggest challenge lah. So in a way, are you all actively looking to solve the problem of like the lead conversion?
Not-
And like how do you all
Not at
target
this
that?
period.
yeah.
Not at this period.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I think referral is something that is very solid. And I also do see that you guys starting to do more reels for your marketing. And are there any strategy as to why you guys do what you do to respond to the market?
I think first of all, we need to let people know what we are doing, and they have to like us first before we talk to them. So I think this is the new way of doing marketing. Like show them what we are doing. If you like it, if you like what we are doing, you see what we are doing, then maybe that is easier for them to like decide or judge if they want to engage for our service.
Because nowadays, I found that like most of the client, how they choose a designer is like, oh, I can 好像同你講嘢好舒服咁樣，哇 then he will choose you. It's not like, oh, you're doing a very, very good design.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
another way around already.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh,
It seems to me 80% is 同你好有感情，講話好
yes,
舒服，
exactly.
大家講得嚟，傾得埋，就
Okay,
係咪？
proceed. Oh, it's a different way already. It's not like last time. Oh, I need this black and white. I need that black and white. So you don't cheat me. I don't cheat you.
No, sometimes when we send over contract, they'll be like, why so many pages?
Really?
For some projects,
Yeah.
why do I need to sign this?
Do you all feel that this necessary, or do you all feel that
Somehow it's necessary, like
yeah.
For bigger projects, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's not just to protect us, it's to protect the client also. Because there's a lot of parties involving. Contractors. So designer, contractor, and the client, I think.
So how often like do you all take on the entire design build project, or do you all happen to have clients who want to like pluck out a la carte? Like, oh, I have my own Tilo, I have my own, Yachalo. How do you all deal with situations like that? Because I personally have problems like that. Like, for instance, let me share one
Problem.
I think, okay, you feel it already, right? You feel it coming already, right? I have an issue where the project seems to be a house renovation of 600,000 budget, right? And then after that, and so I say, hey, I have this electrician I have been working over the years. Do you mind? And I was like, then start taking 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. I was left with 180,000 in it, right? So my design fee did not was supposed to include project management because I was supposed to do everything. Then when you start taking everything out, well, then this is where the problem comes. Yeah. So we have 2 of our subcons come to site and then your subcon for fake it. So what happened? So you delay. And then whose fault? Because I'm the one who's supposed to govern the job. Then becomes my fault. What if you guys?
We had experience on this.
I think these are the challenges that we are facing. Because we have one project, client wanted to use his own contractor.
Yes.
Although we have already submitted our quotation, and the quotation and the quotation to quotation, I think the difference is only like 10,000. 10K plus.
So the budget was
600 SPA.
Oh my God.
So
That's like what, 2% or 3%?
Then
we tried to persuade, but they wanted to use that contractor because his family members had experience with that
Using
contractor.
that.
So they think he's good. So okay, we had to go ahead with that contractor.
So meaning to say, you all start off with like having design
we
phase
charge
first.
we charge a project management fees as well.
So you have design fee,
Yeah.
then project management
Yes.
fee also.
Yes.
But if you are building, then you also still charge project management fee?
No.
That we include in the cost.
So in this case, they use their own main con, then you're charged the project management.
Yeah.
So the project's supposed to finish by last year. September.
December.
Supposed.
If everything like went smoothly, we get our design fee, we get the project management fee, then it's okay. We are happy. But
In drag until now.
And it's like almost done or
So
and the client now like decided to let us take over.
the construction. Wow. So I mean,
but-
in a way it's good, but in a way that why do you need to zap your legacy, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
And the quotation that we have submitted more than a year before.
It's not relevant anymore. So now they want to 用回以前的一个 quotation.
没有。
So
Just that-
we have to explain this to them. We cannot like follow back what we quoted, and they understand as well. So
But rectifying people's shit is harder than building a new house.
So there's a lot of like detailing and things that we need to solve that the contractor can't even give us a price. Like we need
Yeah,
to
because
bring
it's
them
done
over.
halfway
Yeah.
or 30% done. Then you ask another contractor, hey, look at this. How can I finish this up?
Yeah, what if I rectify already and then there's another problem coming out after
Yeah.
they move in?
Absolutely.
So
There's risk on that lah.
I think this is also something that I've learned in the project, that you can allocate a provisional sum, that you're going to make clear to them that you cannot take this quotation as absolute.
But the client will not understand.
Absolutely.
So why they can do this price but you can't?
Yeah, interesting. So we also actually made a sort of a promise to ourselves that, if we were to take on a job and we have to manage other different subcons, we rather not do, because it's end of the day we know what's gonna happen.
It's always
80% of the time, the relationship will be affected.
yes.
I don't know why, but when we handle our own subcon, it's like much more easier.
Yeah, because these are the people that we have been close with and worked on different projects before. We know our pattern.
But
I think it's about toleration.
Toleration,
Like third
understanding.
party come in, they'll say, hey, why you didn't
They find
why
fault.
didn't do that? Why you didn't follow this? Why you didn't follow that? I used to follow my way of doing, but not your way of doing. It's like that. So that's why the issue come on.
Yeah.
but it's a lot more like harder to even want to say like I'll meet you at site this day, this time. Sometimes they just don't
Show up, right?
show up.
Right. Yeah.
I'm assigned to do this job, like let's do this together. But they just don't want to cooperate. I think most of the time when it comes to subcon, so that's why it's very hard to control.
Yeah. So in a way, the way I look at it is I rather not do your work at all, because I would not just waste money, I might waste my time as well.
Yeah,
To
I
come
think
to
it's
site and
our
you
time.
can resolve a lot
Our
of things,
time.
yeah. Because you definitely need to allocate 2.5 hours, 3 hours when you say go site meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
There's one afternoon gone already.
sometimes our problem that we face is that we went there, told them what to do, but in the end they didn't follow the drawing on. And then client thinks like, why you never tell them what to do?
Yeah.
It's your job to like make sure what they do is right.
Why you are not at site to see what they do?
Yeah.
But we can't be at site 24 hours, right?
And another thing I would also add on is that I'm not paying the contractors, so I cannot control them. Unless you say a client, look, your budget is 600K, give me all the 600K, I issue all the payment to your subcon NSE, then I maybe take a certain percentage. And this is what I also start to propose to my client, because I start off 先小人后君子会好一点, right?
对。
I start to learn that way in a sense that let's not just say yes to everything. I let you know what might happen, what might screw up. So some of them tend to understand, because end of the day, we keep it an open book. You already know the NSC is going to charge you 50K for it. I'm only charging you 53K. Maybe I'm just taking 3K for that. So that is the only time I probably would look to do lah. But at the end of the day, they know the money is like, how to say, you never work with them before, you don't know their pattern. That is the only problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
But
sometimes to save them.
Still able to meet.
But why would you want to take the risk sometimes, some of them will take up, like you say, almost 1 year of your time already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. So, I mean, going back to some of these challenges, what are also other things that, let's say, someone who might be looking to, the younger generations who might be looking to start their own company, freelance, what do you guys think that maybe there's one or two things that you wish that you had done better?
Done better. That the young generation intend to start up their own company.
你这几年来做过的东西，你觉得有可能1-2样东西是可能可以做得更好的，或者有没有去做到那样东西？
他做得太好了。
No.
我找不到哦。
哇 I don't know.
I think you need to ask. Don't just think that your full set of drawing, you pass it to them, they will know what to do.
You mean contractors?
Yeah, contractors. You need to be there to not just to let them know what to do, but if you're new, they are actually telling you what to do. I mean, I learned a lot from the contract.
For sure.
So I think
that is like a personal thing that to be more involved in the job, to be more hands-on, go to site.
Even now, we have our contractors that we have been working together for so long. We have the drawings. We cannot just send it to them and ask them to go and start to work immediately. We need to be there, tell them what to do. Because yes, we have our drawings for reference, but there's a lot of things that you cannot reflect it in your drawings. You need to go and see on site. Yeah, and discuss, of course.
So that's the operation side of running the job. I think whether you're starting a business or not, or if you're 帮人家做工，你也是应该要做到这一点啦, right? And I also see that that's one of the only ways that enables you to climb the ladder within the interior design industry. But let's say if any challenges that you find starting your own company like that, I mean, putting aside MCO lah. So what were the things that you thought is very crucial that some may not know?
The challenges of starting own company.
It's not so...
Actually, it's not hard. I think it's not hard.
But it's not so nice from what they see.
So not so nice, what do you mean?
It doesn't look... 没有你从外面看到这样美的一个facade.
做老板
Yeah, people always think that, oh wow, 你出来做老板哦，哇，你很厉害耶，你赚很多钱呢。People always think like that lah. But then,
给人家跑了几十千都不懂。
yeah, but then okay lah. In our field, to start up a business is easy. As long as you have a PC, you have the software, then you can start a freelance already. You not even need to have an office. That's the best part of this field lah. But then it'll be tough lor when you want to imagine that you have got your first project. Then you want to collect money from your client. How a designer is not just a designer. They need to be PR as well. Need to learn every single thing, every single skill in order to become an entrepreneur. You need to know like how to collect money lah. You need to talk to contractor lah. All this.
You need to call client, contractor.
Talk to client, talk to contractor. Then you need to arrange your own time to do all the drawing as well. I think these are the challenges.
You need to be
Yeah.
multitask.
Need to be really, really multitask lah. Like how you arrange your own time. So, yep.
Okay. Resume. So just now we were speaking about the challenges that you may face starting the business. What is one memorable thing that you felt was quite important through your journey over the last 3, 4, 5 years? One moment that, it could be something that was very impactful to how you guys changed the way you approach business, design, people.
Okay. When we started the business, 我没有想到赚钱。
当然
Really.
Charity.
We just no. We just 我可以吃饭，我可以过活。That's enough. I think because we don't want 9 to 5. Because we don't want 9 to 5. So that's why
interesting project only.
We got flexible time. Then we are happy already. And we got enough money to use that, definitely. Then when all the responsibility comes, you need to start to make money. So that's the time we decided to rent a proper office and start the business.
Okay.
So we can make some money from it
By working harder lah.
by working harder. So I think, and that's the time for second MCO,
CMCO.
CMCO, something like that.
It was 2021 already.
Sunway Joe.
Yeah,
Major, yeah. So
June.
yeah,
June.
the CMCO start in
1st of June.
1st of June.
And I
We
went
ran the office on 28th of May. So jialat lor.
So then you guys stuck in
Stuck
the
again.
office lah.
We start in office, we cook in office, we sleep in office.
Cannot go anywhere.
That lasted, I think, one of the longest, right? That
Yeah.
period. And it went all the way up to
Another 3
like
months.
September or something like that. Yeah.
Then when we want to restart again, then client said, "Oh, stop. Cannot start because my wife is pregnant."
Right.
Like this is like one of the jobs that we had that time. So yeah, and so we try to do marketing. That was the period that we like promote the package. We give out like free quotation, and then in the end only like 3%. We only get 3%
The returns.
returns.
Right.
So yeah, we survived that year.
So how did you transition that whole idea of like, 高息高住好啦, and then, just to do it as a passion, you do projects that you really like. I think that's what most designers go through. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Yeah.
We were too young.
No, because that time I don't have any.
Responsibilities to
I only have
commitment, right?
No need to pay any loan. No need to pay car loan, house loan, everything. So I'm very. What I earn
Quite free.
What I earn is what I can spend. Was so happy. So yeah, lor, so we play with designs a lot lah.
Then how does that change over these years until what you have now? What you are doing now?
I think that was because we realized we are working like from day to night, and then we cannot stop working. During the day, you go to the site. At night, you need to complete the drawings. You need to draw. So like that's why we also move out, because we realized we want to try to live in a landed like before we get a house. So that's why we moved to a landed, and then use it as our office also. So then we start to get more projects, but we still handle it on our own for another year. And then only the 4th year we start hiring. The 4th year we start hiring. Yeah.
Actually, it's, you know what? Because when we first started, we have to build the foundation ourselves, power by piles, everything.
Then, my family supply this. I can raise from them.
Yeah. So after like 2021, we moved to San Major. Then we started to have some existing clients coming back and giving referrals. So when it getting small, so we think that maybe it's a time we need to change our thinking to make it like how to turn this become like our full-time job,
like a proper operation with systems and processes.
Yes. To cater more projects. Yeah. So that's why I said that this is a turning point or another thing that memorable.
Another phase that you guys transition from that to that lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why what I mentioned is like we have most of our project are referral. When the referrals come, it's actually why we easier to get a project is because they are recommended by our existing client.
Then trust has been already built.
Yes. So we have to keep on doing better, doing better, so that they keep on refer new client to us.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. So how did your mindset and your strategies change when the 4th year you started hiring people? Like, at what point did you feel that, hey, this is the breaking point where I need more people on my team to do this certain task? And how are you changing your roles in your own role in the company?
Before we hire, we actually try out with a few freelancers to do project based. Because we don't have that amount of work to hire someone. And then to me, I was telling him, if we were to hire, I don't want to just hire one person, because most of the time, both of us are not in the office. We are at site, we are going out like for meetings. So at least 2. So we started off with 2 staff. So I imagine me being in the office alone is not so nice. That's why we hired 2. Yeah, and then that was because we need manpower to do the drawings, so we don't need to do it ourselves at night.
First, it was quite nice, I think, because wow, suddenly I don't need to do all these things. Wow, I have some free time.
At night, we can go gym. We can cook dinner.
So then, after that, were there other than new problems or other challenges? For sure, right? You have to. You're not working between yourselves anymore, right?
So you need to learn how to talk to others again.
That this additional party that you need to learn how to talk to, not just subcon client and all.
Previously was 2 parties. Now it's 3 parties. Wow. So that take out another part of our time as well. So you need to learn how to talk with them. You know, nowadays, like, this generation is not like our generation. It's not like, how come your work is like that? You cannot talk like that. You have to tell it nicely. Ayo, what make you do this type of things? Yeah.
Yeah, Wani, I should talk to you like that.
Really. You have to talk softly lah. It's equal way. It's last time my boss
when he worked
when
for
I worked
others.
before home case company.
Hantam je.
Not hentam. It's like the door is there.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, you can go anytime. Or the window is there, you can jump down from there.
At least he tell you where to. When the heck you You know? Yeah.
A clear direction is
It is a good clear direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also a challenge. I've been having this conversation with like the boomers and then the Gen X. They also have to deal with millennials. Us lah, that's a struggle for them. And then they say, hey guys, good luck for you. In another 5-10 years, you need to deal with alphas already, right?
Yeah.
So, and good luck to the Gen Zs that you need to deal with the alphas as well. All right. Now they're all in high school.
Yeah.
So I think this is just a normal.
Yes. You just need to learn the skill.
Communicate.
Yeah, in a good way that I think we ourselves also have to equip knowledge like AI to learn and see how to produce faster with less manpower. And that's what we are also trying to advocate lah. Yeah, like doing a podcast like that for 1-2 hours, we also need to figure AI to chop it to smaller bits. At first you listen one by one, it's crazy. It's going to take up all your time.
Even one
And you'll be very slow.
Take up half of one day.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. So like now moving, as your company grows, you guys grow as well. You've been learning, and then you're moving in a new phase of life. How would you imagine your next 3-5 years for you guys will be for, like, you know, the company? What do you guys want to do? What do you guys look to achieve within this industry? Remember just now what you said? It was all fun and games. It was all about drawing this beautiful detail. I want this nice project, you know.
Actually, we are thinking to have like more clients that buy the design.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I want this design.
Like to appreciate.
Yes.
To like what we do instead of telling us, hey, look at these designers.
You just copy this lah.
Oh, okay.
We don't want that. This is not our what we want to do lah. Because since the beginning we are working on mostly refurbishment project. Most of our projects are refurbishment projects. Yeah. So
Homes, would you say? How many percent is
landed
homes?
How many percent? 80?
80%.
That
This is why we are moving to PJ as well.
Because all the refurbishments happen there.
Because old houses.
Is that something that you guys enjoy? Or
yes,
you know,
we enjoy. Even though it's taking more time compared to commercial.
As mentioned just now, I like challenges. I like
refurbishing old houses will be like
challenging.
Yeah.
And imagination. You need a lot of imagination. Yeah. So this is why we moved to PJ to seek for more opportunity. Yeah.
And you guys are also building your own house.
Yes.
What are the challenges that you find doing it yourself, doing it for yourself, having yourself as the supplier, the contractor, and also the client?
Every project we only have one main designer, but for this one we have two.
Must be very peaceful.
Really peaceful.
But what we like is very similar. Thank God.
It's fun though. You know, if we work, we stay together 24 hours. We need to have some sparks.
Yeah.
So that's why we have this project.
I can imagine you are the one who keep lighting the fire move. You're the one holding the lighter all the time. Because I can imagine myself. I did my house during COVID to 2021 and 22. Wait, 20. I started end of 2020 and then finish end of 21 or something like that. And wow, difficult. The whole process was long, but at the same time, you yourself, like I myself, like being a designer, you want to challenge and then try different things. Or I want to add the skylight and do this and that, right? Also came with many problems lah. That construction challenges lah. So I learned a lot from that as well. And then this is where you actually use your own money to learn.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
And then
So I always also like advise some of my clients as I've been through that. You really need to think through. You don't use impulsiveness, more kanjiang, more冲动, right? Because sometimes you have this other voice in your head.
Yeah.
Hey, this one damn nice. Do this lah.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I think that was one of the very tricky part lah. That you need to balance both sides lah. Right? So when are you guys expecting your house to be done?
Not rushing it,
Not rushing it.
but should be
After Chinese.
after CNY lah.
After Chinese New Year lah. Right? So you guys are not rushing to move in like for your wedding.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
No point doing that also lah, right?
I going to live there for 10 years.
You don't rush at 2-3 months lah, right?
Exactly. No point.
Yeah. That's great.
After got all the issue, then 麻烦啦.
So, like going back to just now, it was speaking about what you guys are headed to is someone who appreciates the work that you guys do. And are you looking to expand from the residential point of view? Or you guys are also looking to also challenge other things like retail, restaurants, etc.?
We did retail as well, but it's really, the pace is really, really fast.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that we don't like it. Just that I would say that it can be a pocket money to sustain the company lah.
Right.
To sustain the company.
Yeah.
Because you know residential always take at least half a year.
Yep.
From maybe include the design stage, then 8 years,
8 months.
8 months, 9 months like that.
Residential projects tend to have more changes.
Yeah, then the client sometimes will go to site. I think maybe we can add this here, add this there. Then it drag even longer. But for retail, it's not the same. When the design is firm, then they'll just follow everything. So basically, you just need to rush the construction in about maybe 1 month, 1.5 months.
Because I saw you guys did one at Sunway Joe as well. The music places.
Yeah.
Right. Is that one of those that was super rushing?
Consider yes.
Because we built a mezzanine floor with steel structure. So that one took us 2.5, 3 2.5 months. Included Chinese New Year and YIA.
Yeah, which is happened like everything back to back, right?
Yeah.
So you know like how I believe you guys would actually experience people coming to you and say, hey, you do interior design. So do you focus more on retail or residential, right? That's always what they ask, right? Then sometimes you will say, oh, both or whatnot. And the next question they will say, oh, you know, residential easier to do, right? Or some will say, hey, retail easier to do, right? And it's almost like 95% of the time, that's what people will actually say. Their first question and second question, they will actually say that. Yeah. Like, what do you guys think of that? Like, because it is something that I feel that we should shed some light to the general public as to how this is being viewed. Because you guys are a lot more on residential. We are more on offices and restaurant bars. So there is a difference in how we operate as design teams. How do you guys see what the public view this as? My take first lah. So let me share lah. So my take from my experience, or solely my experience is that of course residential 很吃时间，很吃人工。然后你要每年去看赛，你每年要去拉人 client， 然后你有时4个月的工会拖到8个月，变成你 supposedly 每个月赚10千块的话，你变成赚5千块。That's how you couldn't manage 那个 cash flow， 对不对？So retail, of course, like you say, the design gets confirmed. You build within 6 weeks, 4 weeks, right? Everything is it's back to your management team already.
Yes.
Right. That's the reason why some people will think, 做 retail 好一点的，可以赚多一点钱，快一点的。 That's a very blanket statement, right? But there's also a beauty in doing residential. Well, like we all understand that's a satisfaction that it's different. And there are so many companies, like our friend Yu Xuan in Pin Studio, doing solely residential. How do you guys view that? Because I personally find it very amazed that I myself couldn't sustain myself in residential fully all the time.
This is why we need retail as well.
Yeah. So that's how you see it lah, in a way of a hybrid lah.
But somehow the ratio is still more on residential.
Do you think this is what you want that attracts it, or do you think that's how the marketing works? You know, sometimes when we start doing things, you often don't how to say, yeah, fine. I'm a makcik selling nasi lemak. I memang sell nasi lemak only. You want to buy nasi lemak, you come buy nasi lemak. But we as designers, we can somehow, you want mee siam, I got. You want char kway teow, I can do. You know, your Maggi goreng can.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
Does that change the way how we are being seen, or sometimes I also question?
You know, when I think everybody want to be hybrid, like doing everything, so that at least you are well equipped for whatever challenges.
Yeah, I like how you see that.
Yeah. So, but then you know, when most of the referral are coming from the existing client, when we first started with residential, that everything behind come with residential. Unless they have, CY, Vanessa, I have a shop, want to renovate.
I have this business. Actually, our commercial is also from our
Existing client.
client. It's their own business.
Would you even say that having external marketing is just a bonus, but maybe what you guys want to really focus on is really strengthening up your existing client service so that the referral happens better, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think service is very important. Service is very important. That if let's say we can't even give a good service to our existing client, how we can give a better service to new client? Yeah, this is very important, I think.
So, wow, I suddenly lost my train of thought. Just now I wanted to ask one question, but I forgot already. Yeah, servicing client. Char kway teow. Then I start thinking of food already. Well, I really need to cut this part out. I suddenly hanging. Okay, never mind. We talk about other things, right? So, just now you spoke about servicing client. You spoke about existing referrals, right? Okay, so you know, there are so many other like freelancers out there. How do you guys work with like freelancers and also your own team members with it? Do you still engage other freelancers out there for support? No, not anymore.
Not really.
How do you guys allocate the roles within your company? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Do you like jumbo and then you do this, you handle that, and then or do you have like a very clear defined scope work?
You mean for different stuff?
No, you both yourself.
Us actually, because I worked in a key firm before, so I would say that my technical is stronger. So I will handle more on like do 3D drawings, quotation, all these things. Then she will handle more on like those mood board
proposals.
How to catch the client, what the client want, read the client's mind.
For site, we both handle different sites.
Oh, okay.
We still go to the site together because we might miss something. So we need like to go together, but not all the time. But I'll be handling a few, and then he'll be handling a few sites. For our staff, we are still in the learning path. They are not going to sites yet, but we still bring them, but they are not handling a site yet. They're still like just producing, helping us to produce 2D and 3D drawings, and sometimes proposals.
How do you actually trickle your information down to them? How do you like, share the thoughts and ideas that what clients say?
I still take a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Because we meet clients at night during weekends.
Because that's what most homeowners can allocate their time for, right?
Yes. Because during working hours they are not free. So we never ask our staff to stay back or come in during weekends. So I'll still take the notes, and then Monday morning sit down with them, explain to them what the clients want.
What are the challenges that you guys find? Let's talk a bit more on the financial part lah. Like the challenges that you guys find in claiming, and your experiences with any bad debts or not, 收不到钱啊，或者真的是需要去到要用到 legal action 的，有没有这之类的这样的 situation？ Touch wood，很好很好很好。
That's a good thing because all
Uh,
referral.
yeah.
We know
Yeah.
someone, and we know their friends or whatnot. So maybe that's why it's not so 难看.
Yeah. Understand.
Maybe just ask for discount only lah. So that one I think is still is normal.
Still okay.
It's normal. It's very common. Yeah. So it's better that 我不给你钱 bye, something like that.
Yeah, because you guys built their house anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You guys know where they stay,
Most of our clients actually become friends already lah.
That's great. That's
Because it is a long way from design to until it get built. So that's why along the way, right, you'll become a good friend because you keep talking with each other. So it's hard to happen compared to maybe just doing retail because the pace is very fast. You can't even have the chance to become a friend, then project end already.
You're right.
Sometimes we even like forgot to claim. It's like, we are supposed to claim this like 1 week ago. And then for commercial lah, because we are rushing the work.
Yep.
And then like end up the claim, we delayed the claim, and then it's like closer to the final claim already. So can be like, why so big chunk?
That's nice. That's nice.
That is a good thing about residential.
Residential.
Residential, I mean,
For the
friend. Becoming friend.
how are you guys looking to change the way of working entering, like, say, this new era? Because when we graduated, where we studied was with SketchUp, and then some people use 3D Max and AutoCAD, and things are changing at a pace. Do you all change the way of deliverables, like the type of drawings, the way it's being produced?
We are trying.
Yeah, we're trying with AI as well. We're trying with AI as well, but still learning stage lah.
We need to learn it first before
Absolutely.
we pass it down to us.
Yeah. So almost like now. Sorry, you were saying?
Because I always believe that we need, although we don't need to be professional or perfect, but at least we need to know what the software can do, and what the stuff have done, we can do modifications
Understand?
instead of like 死咯，我冇呢個 stuff 我死咯。
I believe we cannot solely rely on AI.
Mm.
Like, for example, if we are doing refurbishment projects, I think
Yeah.
that one at this stage AI still can't like do what we want, what we can do. But maybe for like more duplicated layout or like condo that you cannot do much to the existing structure, then that type we can go for AI.
Do you all do condos now
Yeah.
as well? Yeah. But definitely there's challenges to it because of the logistic, the sending barang up and all that, right?
Yes, but it fast paced also lah.
It's fast paced also.
Ah.
What is one project that you find interesting that you like to share?
Sorry.
No. Yeah, so 我就变成 look to scale down, which is what I was talking about with her about, is about scaling down the team to
do things that really matter more. So that's why we are here all also like really focusing on just marketing. And if in any case we ever get jobs or more jobs, I would rather like work with people like you guys. I work with Casey. I work with Casey on 2, 3 other projects. And I think we all know each other long enough that I feel very confident that I say, hey bro, CY, Vanessa, let's do this together. Last time I also reached out to you for one house, but tak jadi lah, 他没有啦, MIA lah. So I also know that doing house is not something of my forte. And even my contractors are not that. They like doing midnight work lah. So to say lah, it's like boss aku nak ada midnight work kerja malam ke, 很爽的，早上做到半夜，他们很开心的。So those are some of the teams that we have, and whereas houses, I personally we have been doing, but I really don't enjoy it as much. Yeah, because I feel that it's too much of
Ding dong, ding dong.
ding dong is one thing, is not controlled within what we control. So we set schedule, but it doesn't follow. Then I set for what?
Yeah.
We set drawing, you don't follow. I set for what? So that's how we feel lah. And in a way, kind of like overuse resources. So resources planning is also one thing lah.
Drain a lot of energy.
Yeah, but if you know how to work around it, and people, like what you said, people reach out to you because they buy your idea, they buy who you are, they listen to like 90% of what you say, then I think it's okay. Those very soon one, very song one, right? Yeah. So that's where I'm talking about like the challenges of what starting the business is easy, like you say, then after that, as you scale, it's not so much of like adding one person, because last time when we added people in, it's because we got more projects, man. So like, oh, Casey, you do this project, then Vanessa, you do this, and then I handle the other. Cannot, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. So from my experience is that when I don't touch any part of that project, right? When I don't know anything about it, when client asks, I cannot answer. I feel not nice on the feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So become a boss also, you need to know all the project.
Have to, yeah. Yeah, have to know. Yeah. People say as much as delegation, but you delegate already, you don't get follow-up and updates on it. Also, team ka ma. Yeah, lor. Yeah, so...
I say this to him also, like in our industry, one person, I let you handle 5 sites at one time.
Die, bro.
I mean, like maximum lah.
Yeah.
5 projects not 5 sites, 5 projects at once. So if you want to expand your team, the profit won't like jump up.
No.
Okay,
because you
like let's say you have not previously we're working like 2 of us, or what, maybe let's say I started on my own. Then I can make 10,000 a month. Wow, that's a good pay. But like let's say after you hire 5%, maybe your pay is just like 12,000, because you have to pay your employee as well. So, but then the workload become more and more.
For us, but not the staff.
Indeed, yeah. Because you need more communication, you need more meetings, more updates, and more checking and all. Yeah, you're right. It's not like, I think especially in this industry itself, sorry. Is this recording?
Hello.
咩嘅？
它有红了，不过还没有那个东西跳。
有。
有啊。
有。
他的好像比较小一点，可能我讲话比较
所以我的
他的小声。对。So the idea of our industry, right? It's in a way that is structured. Not that, like you say, one person I earn 10K. Doesn't mean that I have 10 fella I make 100K. Or
exactly.
If I 10 fella I make 200K, then it makes sense of a scale. That's not scaling, The bigger you get, the less you make.
Yeah.
Which is why I also share with my team is that the reason why when someone leaves, I'm not looking to expand is because solely of this reason. We haven't figured that model to make it multiply instead of addition.
Exactly.
This is not even addition, this is
that's why
乘0.8
it's like that. Like let's say you are 1%, 乘 1, yes, correct. but 2% 乘零点八
Yeah, correct.
，3% 乘0.6
Yes.
It's like that, you know. It's not like 乘1乘2乘3 哦。
Yeah. So, provided you have a very clear structure and your project you get is huge scale, because from another standpoint you look at it, right? Yes, one person can handle a 100K project. One person can also handle a 300K project.
Yes.
Provided your project and ratio 是啱的啦, right? Yeah. So that is something that you know, if you're in the industry, then probably you can start feeling that, and then you need to change lah. I tell you, any freelancers out there can make more than us, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Solely only everyday draw 3D only. 300,
I
300,
do
300.
everywhere also can. Cafe can. I do at home can. I do at bus stop also can.
I do at night can. I do on Saturday can.
Yeah.
I don't need to come in office.
Yeah, rental here, you know, $1,000, $2,000, and then I pay DNB another 500, 600. So, yeah, these are sunken costs. That's where scaling is not always good lah. Depends on how we look to break through this ceiling lah.
Yes.
Because now we're stuck in like this middle gap here, right? Yeah. So, I think also this is something that, like you say lah, wow, 做老板很好.
People
you know.
like come in and say, oh wow, 你有这样的 project 啊？哇，你一定赚很多哦。I wish 啊。
有时我们好像一个 project 啊，没有收到钱就亏了，那前2、3个 project 的钱了，真的是。
哦。
But like you say，你们的 collection 好，我们这里就 not so lucky in a way that over the last 2-3 years through COVID, we also have been dealing with litigation. Up until now, we have still 2 cases filed. So I also got quite well versed with legal terms in construction, whether I use this way or I use that way. Should I shoot this letter or should I take this action? Not a good thing, but you feel safer because when I first had this experience of shooting the first letter of demand, cannot sleep one for 6 months, I think. I don't know what to do. Should I shoot? Should I not shoot? You know, because you don't want to 伤感情 ma. You shoot that letter, then what's going to happen next?
Yes.
But sometimes you look back, you wish you had done it way, way earlier because the moment when I had lawyers come on board, like, wow, we can really fall asleep. Email come, I also don't really care because lawyer will out him. Right? So they will strategize and tell you what to do next. So that's something that only this actually happened to all my retail jobs only. Offices. Yeah. And I wouldn't say it's a retail matter. It's more of like your internal management needs to do the paperwork.
Yes.
Yeah, the paper.
Really.
Black and white is really important.
Really, really
if you are
important,
you want to do like a bigger job lah.
Yeah. So to a point that sometimes if we go bigger job, like you may also need to is having QS to really vet
Yes.
through the contract
Yes.
for you. Pay that 几千万 is really worth it. So my legal fee for that one project I paid 55K. So 出口掉就 Yeah, so I feel that that's people cannot see 个嘢啦. Yeah. But of course, we are all optimistic. We always look forward to the next project. I think that's what makes this thing beautiful lah. Because like, hey, tomorrow go see site, see what what you want to do very interesting,
Life
right?
easier, you know.
Yeah, that's something that I think that pushes me every week. Hey, next week got this site meeting. Then you go and look at this new place or measure. Then come start sketching and all. I think I still really enjoy that. But like I also try to remind myself, you know, spend less time on that creative part lah. Because you want to put food on your table already. Right? Like what you say just now makes sense. Because I never realized that time we both also jumping cafes to cafes. And then when we finally got Atria, then wow, like shit is really hitting already, you know. You need to start paying rent and all. New problems. So sometimes I tell my wife, wow, adulting sucks, man. Like being
It
an
sucks,
adult
man.
sucks, man. I wish I was like 25.
I
good.
always imagine like, let's say if right now I'm back to 15 years old, what I will do.
Yeah.
I think I will not choose architecture. I don't know. But to be honest, I previously I'm not into
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
I'm not into architecture.
You're not into architecture.
What I want to do is ID as well.
Okay.
To be honest, I want to
That mix the two of you
because
lah.
no, because you know, like last time the Y Academy is so famous.
Yes.
Then they got no architecture, only ID.
And architecture wasn't strong because back in Malaysia, I think ID was one of the strongest.
Yes. Then I went to art class. Then after that, I start to draw buildings. I think 7 years old.
It's very weird, because art
It's
class normally
very
they
weird.
teach you how to draw
No.
manga,
No.
Dragon Ball, that kind of thing.
I learned about 风水画.
Wow.
Poster. Not poster.
Pastel.
No. 水墨画 sorry.
水墨画那是风水。
水墨画. No. 水墨画. So then after that I go back home. I draw like floor plans, all these things.
With the
So weird, right? No. With
With the
pencil
Malpia.
lah. With pencil. Last time cartridge paper, not A3 size one. Then I join all together. Then I start to draw floor plans. I don't know why. Then after that, after graduate high school, then I went to the one and asked to study ID lah. But my brother suddenly jumped out and said, I went to Lim Kok Weng, and then I consult and see, wait, actually I think what I like is architecture. It's not ID. I like to draw buildings. Then just like
Choosing material, colors, and
then in the end, become what I am now.
Right. Which is good lah. I mean, I also
It's good. It's good. So just that.
But what you say, you won't choose architecture.
I think
I won't choose architecture because life is sucks, man.
Yeah, I think it's something that we need to paint a picture to what most people see about the industry is that actually, even being in an interior design firm, let's say a mid-sized interior design, we have so many different roles, You could be a design sales, you can be in FF&E, choosing materials only, project management, coordinator, then after you can do QS, works. So many, but people don't know. You just get stuck ID, meaning I need to do this thing.
Design part is just
Design is just that small little part, right? I mean, also glad that just now you said you started off wanting to do ID, and then after that now you get to do the small scale stuff that you have always wanted to. It's something great lah. Because I think you and I, we also went through sort of like a same path where we work in the consultancy architecture firm, and we did the bureaucratic stuff of things. Like 那些 paperwork 要回来 fax email 了又要追人 call。我觉得98%我做的东西在 consultancy firm 不是我想象中architecture 要做的东西。除非你可能是 break through 一个 part where 你不用做这些东西。
It's something that I believe that period of time in consultancy firms help us in setting out our own office as well.
Yes.
How
bring system,
learn from system. If let's say you don't go to consultancy, you don't go to consultant, it's quite hard actually.
Yeah.
Like my boss tell me, you go and jump from there. But actually I learned a lot.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm still using his method.
To ask people jump.
No lah, I don't ask people jump. I jump myself. I jump myself.
激到自己要跳係咪？
Yeah. But I think from there I learned a lot that allowed me to be more disciplined.
Yeah.
To start out,
systematic.
discipline is very important lah.
Because I think we're in this line where everything is very like no system one, no process one. Everything is just like do lah, you need people WhatsApp WhatsApp, I told you that voice message, I need to look for it, I'll look. So it's also quite important where we also try to implement using big project processes to apply in small projects. Certain big milestones better still email client, even though they don't read their emails most of the time. And yeah, at least try to introduce and make the industry different, because I've my YouTube channel and some stuff I talk about the construction as well, and people tend to comment about the construction industry is like that one now, people don't pay, and then it's already messy, that kind of thing. So it paints a very somehow not quite a nice picture of what the industry is.
Yes.
And people need to know why is it this way, how does it actually function.
But I see a lot of like on Facebook, a lot of people like complain, this designer after take the money.
Oh yeah, man. 小红书 all everywhere.
Yeah. I think a lot of this type of 老鼠屎.
Yeah, the bad apple.
Yeah. that make us life stuck.
Make our life harder.
Make our life harder.
True.
We are just wanted to complete the construction.
But every industry has this kind of 死老鼠, right? Yeah. Like you said, you did this 600K job, got some other guy to do, then the fella couldn't deliver, then you need to step in.
Yeah.
Sometimes 講話唔好聽, we all hear client go through this, we all like, 早同你講㗎啦, you want to make the right decision from the start, right?
Yeah.
So now you have to go through this whole process altogether. 邊個受苦全部一齊受苦嘅. Right? Yeah.
It's sad.
But I think 係講唔晒嘅嘢嚟嘅呢啲嘢.
係喎.
But ultimately it's more like one thing you wish you had known when you started. What is it? As we conclude this.
One thing I wish you know.
Or maybe like one thing you wish you had done differently over the last few years. Just one thing.
Okay. I always not regrets lah. That I wish I know I do it earlier.
You wish you had done it earlier.
Yeah. Which is like
Before
become like, when I first step out to this entrepreneurships. I wish I really work out on my own life. My like I mentioned, I started actually like become serious after 2021.
Understand. I wish the seriousness started earlier.
Yeah. So it's still in this industry you still can make money. You imagine that 2 years of times, if let's say I start earlier, then I can make more money. Yeah. So life will be better. Maybe lah.
Maybe lah. Yeah, but you will never know what you know lah.
But at least I enjoyed that 2 years lah.
That's great. Like you've taken path A, you will never know what B will look like.
Yeah.
Right. Yourself?
I cannot think.
Cannot think of. There's so many other different aspects that could possibly be better, right? Like a different choice.
But we can't regret on what we have decided lah.
Yeah. I think that so many different instances. So sometimes I look back like, do I wish I had gone to say further my masters, because whatever we are doing now has no relevance to it, right? But at the same time, you look at it, it's also an experience that adds up to what you do today. And then I would also look at like what I shared with you when you were out there just now. I told Vanessa that during the peak of COVID, I think our team was the largest. We had 12 to 13 people. And it was really painful every end of the month to be preparing the salary and all. And at the same time, it looks good. People thought that you have a big team. But in actual fact, there is no proper structure to pull things together. So you don't exactly know if it's fully utilized or is everyone doing the right thing. And because why that happened, is because we had a big project and we thought we needed to support that project as much as possible, so we have more people. And I think that was one of like the regrets I had, like in a way, to be able to in future take one step at a time. Yeah. Yours, you just know you were saying?
Actually, you said actually.
Actually, if let's say you don't know how to manage your manpower, you'll be very suffer at the end of the month. Because every month you need to count a big chunk of money for salary. And then you have this commitment, which you need to get more projects in.
Yep.
This is what I always mention to her. Like, should we do it this way? Like I mentioned earlier, 1 times 1 times 0.8, it actually becomes lesser and lesser. Should we do it this way?
Our time also, we got lesser time.
We got lesser time together. So right now I'm actually thinking like, what can make things more efficient without too many manpower?
Yep.
So that's why we are exploring this AI thing.
Yeah, perfect. I think this is what really should be focused on, instead of sometimes we ourselves overdwell on the creative part.
Just that when you have this manpower, you will have more me time. But I would say that the quality of work, you lose the quality of work, to be honest, because you can't handle everything. But with lesser project, lesser manpower, basically you can oversee all the project and you can maintain the quality that you deliver to your client, which I think is better also.
And that's also how you guys started off with as well. Yeah. Cool. I think that's pretty much. I think we can talk more if you want to have a round 2.
Need to try out different way of doing it.
You guys have been there. I've also been there. Then we try to scale down and then see how things actually work better to be more structured. Better
Because
processes.
Maybe what you want is different. What we want is also different. So we cannot
take reference from one person only.
From this company, this ID company is doing it this way and then it works, but it might not work for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're right. All right, cool. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for inviting.
Awesome. No problem.
Nice catch up.
Because sometimes all this kind of thing, right, we don't really have, the space and time to really talk about all this kind of thing. Because sometimes, everyone is like competitor doing different things. But actually, if you look at it in detail, right? Compete what? 你食得晒咩？你做得晒咩？
係咯，
做你自己死啊！
Actually, I think we shouldn't see each other as a competitor, but a person to learn from. Because everybody have their own strength. Like let's say, okay, you do retail, wow, you make money. Doesn't mean that you do residential, you don't make money one. But so that you can, then you learn from each other lah. How to do a fast-paced project, or how to do a slow-paced project. I don't know.
To a point that where I was sharing with Vanessa that a lot of things actually is more of a collaboration idea. More projects, sometimes some projects, we put a team together of like my friend architect, engineer, QS, all come together, we just whack one project together because you couldn't handle everything. Yeah, my architect friend can do ID also, inside also got 3D, got 2D guys, but they need different expertise to cover different things. Like yourself, if we were to have like a residential project, I don't think we also would be able to handle as well as you guys.
Maybe when you are young, you think, oh wow, my friend is ID, I'm doing ID as well. Wow, we are competitor, we can't work together. That time maybe you think this way lah, but when you grow up, you think, wow,
太化咗，咁快咩會？咁快啊！
Need to see things.
So sometimes I also quite like admire, some of those guys like 40, 50 years old, they are still in this line. Like how are they doing it? What are they doing differently, But you also hardly see a lot of like senior guys in the industry, right? Notice. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
我話自